Chelsea Football Club are always in the news, and Chelsea news is so easy to come by because all of a sudden Datro Fofana's deal is back on. He's going with an option that is unbelievable of £20 million, and it's so good that I don't believe it's going to get triggered. I'll explain to you why. Ben Chilwell is furious. He's left out of the European squad. He's set to be included in the Premier League squad, but it's on a technicality, and I'll explain to you why. And furthermore, we need to talk about Willian Estavio and his Brazil tenure, where he got 2 caps. Kendry Pies, I watched him live, and I'm telling you now, I'm a little bit worried that people have been overhyping him. And finally, we need to talk about Levi Colwill and Noni Madueke, because a lot of people are coming back around and all of a sudden saying Noni Madueke and Levi Colwill are great players, when in reality, a lot of people were saying that already, and now it's like mainstream, so everyone's going to be piling on it. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. But before we get started, what's the first thing you do when you come home? You wash your hands. What's the first thing you do to support the Kavkas View? You hit that like button. Regular viewers, I really appreciate you guys because you lot help this channel keep going, and we've been growing at a rapid rate. New viewers, yo, subscribe. We're like 390 away from making it to 37,000. That will be a massive achievement. Let's keep it stepping. I'm not talking about the new ownership. I'm sick and tired of talking about the ownership. I'm going to talk about football. And what we're going to talk about is Datro Fofana. Datro Fofana is set to go on loan to AKE Athens. The team is an Athens, a Greek side, and he's going on loan there. And I actually think Chelsea have shagged him. I think the player is far too good to be playing in that league. We saw what he did in the second half of the season last year for Burnley. He got 4 goals in 8 or 9 games. Some of the goals were unreal. Clinical misses. However, his movement was generating those chances for him. There is a good player in there. Chelsea have put in an option for Athens to activate if they want. It's 20 million euros. This has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. It's a matter of time until this deal is done. However, 20 million euros. There is no way this is getting activated, and I'm going to explain to you why. Athens can't afford to pay this money for him, and apparently, according to Nazir Kinsella, and this actually makes total sense, this is Chelsea just activating it because they assume that when he smashes it there, don't come to us with 11 million, 12 million. We signed them for 8.5, we're selling them for 20. And this is what we want. This is the benchmark price. He's going to destroy it there. And when he comes back to us, we're going to expect that you pay the money that he is worth at this moment in time. And for me, this is actually very good forecasting from Chelsea. It's good business, and this is what should be happening. Now we need to talk about Benny Boy. Basic Ben, as I like to call him, is stuck at Chelsea Football Club. Ben Chilwell's career has really taken a huge tumble since Thomas Tuchel's left. And the reality is, Ben Chilwell reached the very pinnacle of football when Chelsea won the Champions League. He was a pivotal part to the system and played a good role. However, since then, injuries and just Ben's inability to be a proficient footballer in present football has really been a detriment to him. Technically, he's not good enough, in my opinion, to play under an Enzo Maresca system. I don't think he was good enough to play in a Maurizio Pochettino system anymore. Hence why Maurizio Pochettino was pushing him out to left wing. You know, one of those ones where you're playing Sunday League football, someone's really, really dead, right? And what the old school thing used to be is put him left back. Put him left back. Well, now, since left backs are getting more and more important, now you're just putting him as far away from your own goal and as much as he's not involved as possible. And the reality was, Pochettino appreciated his leadership skills and the intangibles rather than the tangibles on the football pitch when it came to Basic Ben. So what has happened now? Ben Chilwell's been left out of the Conference League squad, meaning he's going to have no opportunity to play any football. He could be included in the Premier League squad on a technicality. And the technicality is that Chelsea need X amount of homegrown players to fit the quota. Ben Chilwell would be one of them. However, he's not going to get a look in. Because the reality is, Cucurella fits the system, and if anything, he's European champion. He has been absolutely amazing for the last, 4 or 5 months, and he's actually starting to look like a £58 million left back, according to some. And Renato Vega for £14 million just looks like a very neat and tidy player. What did you expect for £14 million? Not this. He is a lot better than what I expected. He can play CDM, he can play left back, he can play centre back. The player overall is complete. I feel sorry for Ben Chilwell, and this is what annoys me, because He had to push to leave. He had to take a pay cut and leave if he wanted to play football. Now he's getting that prime Gary Cahill treatment. He's going to sit out until January. He's going to have an interview, mark my words, where he badmouths the club once he's about to leave. And he's going to say all he wanted was an opportunity. But the reality is, Ben, you should have left, because it was clear as day you're not getting a look in. Now, to wrap it up, we're going to talk about the international break and what has happened with Chelsea-related players, and there are 5 players that I want to focus on. The first one's the England one. England looked very promising, and the Chelsea boys shined, in my opinion. Levi Colwill all of a sudden is getting plaudits again. Surprise, surprise. He played left back, but what happened on the Lee Carsley system was he was Carsley enabled him to express his passing range, his ability to read the game, his ability to dictate the play, more importantly, to express how beautiful his passing can be in terms of over the top, on the ground, through the lines at the back. He just played very well. He had very solid performances, and now everybody is praising him again. Beautiful to see. Levi Colwill's had a great start to the season. I need us to start building on this. Furthermore, I want to talk about Noni Madueke, because when we signed Noni Madueke, and a lot of you can go watch it, I didn't understand the signing. I said, why on earth do we need him? It's just more numbers. And this is something that I religiously say about players, right? When we sign him, it's too many numbers. But then I understood what he was. He is a prospect player. And the problem is we've got so many prospect players that it gets hard to not get attached to the fact that this player is actually not here to play for us in the future. He's here to just get better, and then we'll move him on. With Noni, that's not the case. Because what Noni has done is he's dropped down 1 step, 2 steps up. Drop down 1 step, 2 steps up. Drop down 1 step, 2 steps up. And for me, I don't mind that with young players. Because what I'm seeing from Noni Madueke now is, Noni has an eye for a goal. Noni can carry the ball very well. And you know what? That's very good. We can work with that, because in the top level, this is what you need. Noni had a problem with his defensive work rate. Noni believed he was too good to track back. Well, guess what happened? Pochettino put his arm around him, swayed him. Now I'm getting a tremendous work ethic from Noni Madueke. I love it. Noni has a tendency to hang on to the ball a bit too much, in my opinion. This will get fixed. Why? Because the other things have got fixed. His ability to argue with his teammates on the pitch doesn't happen anymore. He tracks back. He has a great shooting pattern. He believes he is the best player on the pitch, and he shows it. Dude, he played for England yesterday. He came on, and when I tell you, he just demands the ball, and he takes players on. He shoots. He's aggressive with his attacking. I really like him, man. I really do. And for me, it's like I compare Noni's development and Mudrik's development in the same time frame. It is night and day. One of them has developed in a way where I say there is a clear change from the moment you came into Chelsea Football Club to who you are now. The other one, I think, has regressed. And for me, well done, Noni Madueke. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen this season. Genuinely, he could be worth 50, 60 million next summer. That's how good of a player he has become. Someone in the comments said to me, he could hit 20 goals in all comps this year. I don't think that's outlandish. I don't, because he's already got 5 or 4 this year. Yeah, he's got 4 goals already. What, do you think he can't hit another 16 in Conference League, Premier League, and all the other competitions that we're in? Definitely can. Then we need to talk about Estevão Willian. Estevão got a cameo for Brazil, and then he got a cap yesterday as well. Brazil lost yesterday to Paraguay away. Bro, this is a terrible Brazil side. Like, genuinely, I can't take anything away from Estevão. I think he got 10 minutes at the end, and he just looked okay. He's a young kid, 17 years old. What do you expect? One thing is for certain, he's going to come in. He is more ready than Kendrick Piaz, and I will talk about this in a second. But we will need Netos. We will need Nonis to play. Like, they are far better than Estevão at this moment in time. Estevão looks very promising and scary in the Serie A, and he will look positive in the Premier League, but I don't think you can count on him yet. But what I'm going to say about Brazil is, bro, Neymar's legacy has taken such a profit since he's got injured. Because all this, we are so much better than without Neymar. We don't need Neymar. All he does is hog penalties. All he does is hog assists. And that's why he gets the numbers. Vinny and Rodrigo can't express themselves. Bro, they need him like crazy. He has gone through an injury, and all we see is Brazil deteriorating in front of our eyes. Vinicius does not look anything like he does for Real Madrid. Rodrigo looks outmatched, and they're even begging for Neymar to come back. The copium I'm hearing from these players is, oh, we need Neymar back ASAP. It's because they appreciate him the way I appreciate Neymar. I think a lot of people don't appreciate who Neymar was. Neymar is arguably the third best player I've seen in my lifetime. Number 1, Messi. Number 2, Ronaldo. And then Neymar. Genuinely, that's how talented this guy is. Never gets the praise, never gets the plaudits. Always you hear, oh yeah, but what has he done at PSG? Oh, he never won him the Champions League. Bro, it's not that easy to win the Champions League. It genuinely isn't. Furthermore, we need to talk about the Ecuador game. So Ecuador won 1-0 against Peru at home, puts them in a very good chance to qualify for the World Cup. But this was very telling. Caicedo just looks like a Rolls Royce, man. At that level in like Latin American qualification, he is arguably the best player every time he touches the pitch. Like whenever he's on a pitch, you can tell he's a level above his own teammates by far, and he's a level above whenever he plays teams like Bolivia, Peru, Venezuela, Paraguay. Even sometimes when they play Colombia, he looks like the best player on the pitch. Like genuinely amazing player. Kendry Páez yesterday for me was very interesting because, you know, I don't watch Ecuadorian football. So for me, what I see is compilations. And when you watch compilations, it's very different to when you watch 90 minutes. Kid demands for the ball all the time. He's always willing to receive it. The problem is he does a whole lot of nothing when he gets it. And that is not a problem. And I'm going to explain why. He needs coaching. This is exactly what he needs. He's been so good his whole life that his talent alone has gotten through situation. So I don't think he's had the football education yet to know, oh, there's no point in me asking for the ball here. I need to go over here into this half space. We will coach him at Chelsea, but he's got tremendous talent. His ability to receive the ball in tight spaces and give it back, to retain the ball when he goes into an alleyway because all of a sudden he's dribbled himself into trouble, but spin out and release it. He just looks very good. He played 58 minutes. And overall, I think he's a good player, man. Like, I'm really excited to get him back into Chelsea. I just think there needs to be a pathway and a pattern planned out for this kid. He needs to be able to play 20 games, like almost the Arda Güler treatment. You know, at Real Madrid, where you bring him in, he plays a few games, take him out. He's happy with the development. But that only works when the team's winning. When the team's winning, people are willing to wait. When the team's losing, he's going to be asking to play on a regular basis. So it's one of those things. But it's positive. I've actually watched them play. So you lot in the comments below, let me know your thoughts. It's nice not to talk about the ownership, but we have to. And here are 2 videos. Number 1, telling you exactly what is going on with the ownership drama, both parties' sides. And number 2, more leaks have come out and it's going to explain to you guys the full story. Go and watch it. Let me know your thoughts. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day. See you in 2 seconds.